Hey YouTube, uh, Elvis on 2, for the record, may be coming Elvis on 3 sooner than later. If you haven't heard, I uh, I went to the Sturgis motorcycle rally. We left last Wednesday, and Thursday night we stayed in Wall, South Dakota, and we swam in a beautiful pool, indoor pool. Then realized there was an outdoor pool, so we swam in that as well. And it was 104 degrees, so on the way back to my room, which was only about 40 feet, barefoot, because I'm stupid, I walked all the way to the room with no drama, but we had a handicapped accessible room. So there was about a 10-inch diamond plate ramp, just a little, about that tall of an elevation from the walkway to get in the doorway. And not thinking, I opened the door and put my right foot on the ramp to go up, and within about, I don't know, half a second, it proceeded to give me a third-degree burn and take all the skin from the bottom of my right foot. If you've seen the pictures, you're probably not in the mood for steak right now. If you haven't seen the pictures and you want to see the pictures, I'll be happy to send them to you, but do it after dinner. So I wrapped it up, tried to be a man about it, went to dinner with Van Lyles, another YouTube guy, a guy I met on YouTube, and had a great dinner. He's a really good dude. Hope he starts a YouTube. And met one of his buddies who was a really nice guy, and we did plan to do some riding with him, but the next morning we made it to Rapid City, and I didn't want to, it wasn't a macho thing. It was just I rode 1,000 miles to Sturgis. I wanted to do something in Sturgis, you know? So I felt horrible. I had a fever. My stomach was just tight. Something was wrong. But sprayed it down with stuff, put a big bandage on it, and put a sock over that, put on my shoe, and went for a ride. And we went up to Deadwood. Went to Deadwood Harley Davidson. I really couldn't go anywhere in Deadwood because it's on, if you've ever been to Deadwood, it's on an incline, pretty significant. I didn't want to pull my shoe up or down. So got lucky and found a parking spot in front of Deadwood Harley. And then we went to a local artist there, Scott Jacobs. He paints really, really nice motorcycle stuff. And the people that we were with really seemed to enjoy his stuff. They have several pieces from him. And excuse me, as much as I'd like to make fun of them, I can't. They're really nice. So check that out if you ever go to Deadwood, Scott Jacobs Art Gallery. Got back on the bike, went over to Taco John's because it was noon and I couldn't walk down to one of the cooler restaurants. So there was 0 people at Taco John's. So I was shivering at this point. I was having tremors, not a seizure, but kind of like this, uncontrollably. So I just had a cup of water or two while my wife and the people we were with ate. And then we drove down to Sturgis to the community center because there was a meet and greet. And side note, on the way to the meet and greet, we looked to our right when we were passing a park in Deadwood, and Let's Go Traveling was sitting there having lunch. So we went over there and talked to him, got a great picture with him. He was a really nice guy, kind of a private guy, a little shy, but he's a really solid dude. So check out Let's Go Traveling's YouTube. He has a really good YouTube page. I mean, it's not the most hot and heavy. It's more informational and scenic, but it's a really good page. Check it out. So we went down to the meet and greet at the community center where my wife got to meet Queen Sit, Ride to Food, and Her Two Wheels. Unfortunately, I sat on a couch there because I felt absolutely miserable and ended up having to use the garbage can for non-garbage reasons. And they ended up calling an ambulance for me, and it was just going downhill for me. So I toughed it out, and I rode back to our hotel in Rapid City. But for the next 4 days, I literally just laid in bed with my foot hanging off the edge with a towel underneath it, just dripping grossness, and trying to let it scab up. But that was my Sturgis rally, because today is Friday, and we left Thursday. So my wife who is an angel in all this. She's been handling all my drama and all my BS because I'm a heavy dude and I can't walk. So you can imagine how much catering to me she had to do. And she bought me some souvenirs from places I wanted to go, but she knew I couldn't get there. I can't say enough about my wife. Her name's Stacy. So let me just say Stacy instead of my wife. She did a knockout job, absolutely knockout job. And so she went to Walmart and we got the roller wrappers and the couple different sprays and creams and got, 4x6s and wrapped it up really nice. And yesterday, despite having a fever, which I think is what hurt the most, I was able to make it from Rapid City to, where did we stay last night? Maybe I still have a fever. I forgot where we stayed last night. Sioux Falls. We stayed in Sioux Falls. And same routine. Slept horribly. Had to have my wife take care of me like a baby. Very depressing. I mean, it hurts. It hurts your ego. It hurts your machismo. It hurts your heart to have to watch your wife go through what she did. She was dead asleep in the middle of the night, and I was cramping up sitting on this really nice recliner that they had, but you can only sit in that so long. But I was able to get comfortable there, but I must have fallen asleep for about 3 hours, and I woke up with cramps, and I had to wake her up from a dead-ass sleep to help me out, and I felt bad about that. So we got up in the morning, and we made it here now to Onalaska, Wisconsin. And thank God, I'm going to make a funny face now. Thank God. I have really good friends because two of my friends are going to my house at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning and getting my truck and driving up here. And one of them's going to drive me home in my truck, and one of them's going to ride my motorcycle home. So, I don't want to say shout out. I wanted to, but I can't. It's a week. Respect. Much respect to them. They don't have to do that. I mean, more or less, I think they want to skip the hog meeting, but I do that sometimes too. I will say that on the way out, as a side note, so that should be the end of my trip. I should be able to make it home, go to immediate care, or maybe get in to see, we're getting home on Saturday, so maybe I'll go to immediate care Saturday night or Sunday morning, but I'd like to see my doctor Monday. I talked to my doctor, and we got the different medication and stuff on his advice, so it'd be nice to wait him out, but I just want to see this start getting better, So that's the end of the going home part. So I do want to say on the way out, we stayed the first night in Albert Lea. And in Albert Lea, when we woke up in the morning, it was, I don't know, Frosty the Snowman's butt crack cold. So cold, in fact, that me, who doesn't wear a jacket in the winter, went out and bought a Dixon flannel. Now, if you know me, I make fun of people that wear Dixon flannels. I don't own a Dyna. I don't own a Simpson helmet. It's something, just if you watch YouTube, they poke fun at themselves. I mean, it's in good fun, but it's so nice that I bought 2 Dixon flannels. So I owe some other people at home an apology, and I'll give it to them when I see them, because these are really nice, and quite honestly, I'd recommend them highly for anybody. This just a flannel. It was really cold out, and just a flannel took care of business, man. They fit great. They're contoured for the motorcycle, for the seated riding position. Just overall good quality product. I know I'm not at maximum selfie angle to try to get on the cover of a magazine, but I'm too lazy to hold my arm up right now. I'm really sore. I still got a fever. I get the chills real bad. My foot is up because what else can I do with it, So I see that I'm getting close to 10 minutes. I'd like to cut it off at 10 minutes, but I do want to give a couple respects, not shout outs, to Van, to Papa D for reaching out and making sure I was okay. Trying to think if anybody else is on YouTube to thank, but definitely those two. They seem to be the kind of friends who really care about their friends. And And I respect the hell out of that. So, home tomorrow. I don't have a cool sign off thing, so how about if I just go like, I'll do a droney.